What is going on, people? It's a Higgy here, and I've got in my hand a list of over 100 colleges that are found in Georgia. And that's probably, important to you, or at least you've dealt with this recently because you're watching this video because you probably have a kid that's going to college. And maybe going to one of these. I just like to read down them because these are some of the colleges that I've heard the kids talking about over the last 6 or 8 months or whatever. Augusta State College, Berry College, College of Coastal Georgia. Here's one, Georgia Gwinnett College. I went up there and watched some kids play softball the other day. Georgia Perimeter College. Georgia State University. I took a few classes there myself. My daughter graduated from Georgia State University. Kennesaw State, I know that there's some kids going there. There's a bunch of kids that go to Kennesaw State. It's a pretty big school. Mercer University, that's where I got my degree. Middle Georgia College. I don't know, man, we could just go down the list all over the place. University of Georgia's on here. Go Bulldogs. Georgia Tech, obviously, is on here. I'm not going to go down this whole list. I just think of University of West Georgia, it's right down the road. West Georgia Technical College, they've got a campus here. So, but my reason for kind of throwing that out there is just to kind of let you know that, this has been on my heart for a while to do something like this for the kids and for the parents, to offer myself up. And you might say, well, who are you? Well, my real name is Ben Higginbotham. The kids call me Coach Higgy over at the high school that I teach at, a local high school here. I'm a softball coach currently and a teacher. I teach physics and engineering at the high school. I've got some degrees. I went to college. Obviously, I've got a bachelor degree in education, which is what allows me to teach. I've got a master's degree in sports administration, and I have a doctoral degree in theology. I'm a youth pastor at a local church. I'm very involved in FCA. So that's just kind of who I am. If you don't know who I am, I've seen a lot of kids come through the classroom, and I've seen a lot of kids succeed, and I've seen a lot of kids fail. I've been around the block a little bit. I've been, like I said, I think before, I've been teaching and teaching for a while. I've been teaching 20 years, almost 20 years, I should say. I've been teaching almost 30 years, coaching almost 30 years. Been involved in the public school coaching for, obviously about 20 years. And so with that in mind, this little piece of paper right here with all these colleges on it, that's what we've been doing over the years, is getting some kids ready to go to the next level in their education. And so that's a scary time for a lot of us. I mean, I've raised kids, and I know that obviously you probably have a kid, or you may be the kid watching this video. And I've sent out in the kind of the promotion of this video, I sent out that the parents and the kids, I would love for you to sit down and watch this video together, and the videos that are coming. I just want to offer up some things that I've seen over the years that's worked for kids, and maybe some things that haven't worked. But at the end of the day, what makes kids successful in education, whether it be in high school, but now predominantly our focus is on college because the kids are headed off to college. So what makes that work? I've seen some kids go to college and not finish, not succeed, and I've seen some finish and succeed. And so I just want to tell you what I think that I've seen. Well, I don't think, I know what has worked for the kids that have been successful. And there's a lot of factors involved in that. Obviously, I don't have like a magic wand or anything. I just want to kind of emphasize some things for you. And hopefully get some value out of it. And so if you have a kid that's going to one of the colleges that I mentioned here, drop a comment down there. As a matter of fact, drop a comment about where your kid is going to college, and we'll talk about that. And we'll start us a little community here of people with kids in colleges, and we can maybe bounce some ideas off of each other. But at the end of the day, I've been around a minute, and I think I've got something to offer you guys in terms of maybe some information that can help you with your kids and their success in college. And the first thing, I'm going to focus on 4 or 5 things over the next few weeks, but this first little deal here, that just to throw it out because you've subscribed to the email listing, is it's not anything magical. I mean, nothing I'm going to tell you is really magical, other than just I want you to hear the value in it. I want you to try to hear the spirit of the principles involved. And this particular principle is, you are the average of the 5 people you hang around. I told you it wasn't magic. We are the average of the 5 people we hang around. And you can toss that out the window if you want to, or you can let it receive it into your spirit and begin to realize the impact that can have if you'll receive it. Hey kids, if you're watching this, I want you to hear what I just said. The people that your parents hang around make about the same kind of money your parents make. The people that your parents hang around probably enjoy the same sports that your parents enjoy. They're probably, if your parents are football fans, they probably hang around football fans somewhere around the road. Somewhere, you know, in whatever, during the week or whatever. Wherever your parents go to church, that's where your parents' friends go to church. And so you start looking at that scenario, you go, wow, I mean, my parents, you know, aren't homeless, so they don't hang around with homeless people. I'm just saying. I throw that out there because that's a drastic jump there. But I want to emphasize the point that we are the average of the 5 people we hang around. And it's not that we can, we will become what they are. It's just that that's where we fade into. We fade into that. I want you to hear that from the bottom of my heart. I mean, I get jacked up when I think about that. That's so scriptural. Jesus, whether you believe in Jesus or not, it doesn't matter. We understand that He was an amazing teacher. But His disciples became the average of the other guys that they hung around with. They began to understand sacrifice. And as a matter of fact, they all died basically the same way. Because they all hung out together. They all had this total commitment level. You know, there's something for you. You're the average of the 5 people you hang around. You probably have about the same commitment level that everybody you hang around has. You probably understand that about the same. What the disciples of Christ did, they hung out together. They gathered His teaching in, and all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but over a period of 3 years, they developed the same principles, the same moral fiber. And that's what happens to us. And so I'm going to kind of close this down here as quick as I can. I got a little sidetracked. I mean, I get fired up about this stuff. But I want you to really understand the reason that we become I can't get into the reason we become that. That's for a later discussion. But what happens is while you're going through school, elementary, middle, high school, you're hanging around, or we did. I did the same thing. We hang around these people and we don't want to cut ties with them. You know, because they're our friends. We don't want to be the bad guy, so it's difficult to change who we hang around because our other friends get mad at us. And it's hard to do. And I'm not going to get into that. That's a deeper deal, but think about that for a minute. That's really what happens. It's hard to cut ties. It's hard to leave where you are in any situation. But you are about to go to college, you listen to me, and you're about to leave that, and you're about to experience an opportunity to change who you hang around. You have an opportunity. It's an amazing situation. You get to go fresh with, you might have a few friends there, but you're not going necessarily to hang out with the same group. You could, and when you get there, you have the opportunity to look around you and see who's doing what. Do you want to be the guy or the girl that doesn't get their degree? Then you need to hang out with some people that you're pretty sure is going to get their degree. They're probably going to be the ones sitting on the front row. I told you that this wasn't anything new. I'm just trying to give you the insight into the opportunity available to you when you go to school, when you go to college. You get to choose who you hang out with. Do you want to get that degree, or do you want to be the one that parties every night? Because I'm telling you, if you know this, if you party every night, it's what you're going to do. You're not going to get your classes done. You're not going to get your homework done. So choose the people you haven't. Oh my God, do you not see that? You might have been the worst student in school, in high school, but you get a chance right here to separate yourself from the pack you've been running with and go run and soar with the Eagles. You get to pick the Eagles because the Eagles are in the same boat you're in. They're going to school and they're looking for friends. And you get to do that. That's another discussion for another day. I got to close this down. I hope you can understand why I'm getting so fired up here. I'm going to find me some new friends. You know what? I'm going to find me some people that are at a higher level than I am, then hang around with them, and then I'll raise myself. Man, y'all done got me fired up. Look, I got to close this down. We've talked too long already. Here you go. If you if you have a comment for me, if there's something you want to discuss, if you think I have something of value here, or you want to hear something, if you think I have something of value from my 20 years in the classroom that I could share with you, if just something specific that I can help you with, man, leave a comment. Email me, but leave me a comment down here. Let's get a discussion going, and let's have some fun here, sending our kids off to school and to give them the best chance at success. I've got some things I want to share with you specifically myself, but I'm always open to expanding on what it is you want to hear. What is it you want to learn about? Kids, what are you struggling with? Throw it in the comments and let's talk about it. You're awesome.